Happy full moon, loves. Welcome, welcome, welcome to another chakra tune in reading for this beautiful full moon in Pisces, Aries energy. Again, those of you that might be new, this full moon is under both energies of Pisces and Aries, depending on the astrology that you follow. So if you follow Vedic astrology, this is a full moon in Pisces. If you follow Western or tropical astrology, this is a full moon in Aries. So we can just simply say happy full moon on the cusp of rebirth here. All right. I'm excited to get into these energies with you all. Hi, Solar Moon Vision. Hi, Me Say Me. Thank you guys so much for being here and showing love in the chat. If you are interested in more moon energy readings, or if you are born on the cusp or have a lot of different energy dynamics, or you just enjoy the vibe here, make sure that you guys hit that subscribe button so that you can tune into my upcoming live tarot readings. Okay, we have just completed the love series for all of the cusp signs, and then we are going to head into another round of our astrology tarot for all of the cusp energies. So make sure you guys again are subscribed so you can tune in, and all of the upcoming scheduled live streams will appear in your feed. All right, so we are going to light a moon incense. Big shocker there, right? No, and we're going to set the tone for this read, okay? Something about this full moon feels, I almost want to say kind of fast. Almost as if time is speeding up, or time will kind of fly by after this full moon, right? A lot of you might have recently kind of been in that energy of, dang, it's like already October practically, right? Like this year has flown by so much. Expect things to speed up, okay, after this full moon cycle. We'll get a little deeper into what I've been channeling around this full moon energy, but first I'm going to sound my singing bowl 1 to 3 times. Go ahead and do whatever grounding or gratitude practice feels right and best for you in this moment. And then we'll continue with the channeled messages. We'll see then what the cards have to say. All right, here we go. All right. Ooh. Some of you guys, throat chakra is going to be important for you to tune into, okay, or to get healthy. I think the throat chakra also tethers into Taurus energy. So Taurus might mean something to you, might be heavy in your chart, might be someone connected to you, okay? And or that could just mean that you need to speak up or say your piece around something. Someone might be gaining, again, I feel like this is just such a reoccurring message. Someone is gaining the courage to say something to you, all right? Or something will be exposed by word of mouth, is what I just heard. What's this? Ears, ears wide open and a merry motive. Yeah. Whoever is out there in the YouTube world tuning in here, okay? If you feel like you need to say something, get something off of your chest, tell someone how you feel, let someone into your world, speak on something, say something, use that beautiful throat chakra that you have. Whoever that energy is directed to, their ears are wide open. They want to hear you. They want to hear from you. They want to listen to you. And it comes from a positive space with this merry motive, right? There isn't a hidden agenda. There isn't any sort of sneaky type of vibe or you're not going to get rejected, and or someone isn't going to think differently of this expression or differently of you if you say these things. I don't know. Whatever the fear is around speaking up and saying something, it is just that, a fear. Okay? Ears wide open and a merry motive is hilarious. Okay? Yeah. But again, I do feel like the energy is going to speed up quite a bit as we move and round out 2023. So buckle up here, collective. Buckle up. Yeah, Waking the Lion. That's a fan favorite here. You've got Body and Soul and the Rose's Kiss. There's that courage that needs to come out here for someone. Something about a moment, a chance moment. Body and Soul speaks on alignment and also coming out of the mud, coming out of some sort of insecurity into a sense of stability or into more appreciation or gratitude for where you are. Taking the rose with its thorns type of vibe here. Some of you are going to gain a better perspective around this cycle that you've been in your life, like why you had to go through what you've recently gone through or what you've been going through for some years here. This does feel like a culmination, like many things have happened maybe over the past like 3 years, 5 years, maybe even 9 years here. Maybe even if you look back from a year from now, what can you tell has changed within your energy, within your vibe? Can you look back to a year from now and see how you've gained some sort of body and soul alignment? Can you then kind of mold or create some sort of gratitude around those situations? That definitely might have been thorny, really difficult. But can you see the beauty in it? Some of you guys, there's something about a mirror here. Whether you do some sort of like affirmation work in the mirror, whether you've recently looked in the mirror and feel like you look different, you're feeling yourself differently, or you see yourself differently. I almost feel like this lion is looking in a mirror at like how much it's grown, taking in the maturity. So Saturn is present here. I don't know if Saturn has some sort of aspect with this full moon, but Saturn is definitely here. So that's definitely Capricorn energy, 10th house energy. Maybe this moon is in 10th house energy for you. Okay. Yeah, you got tender embrace at the bottom of the deck. So what else? What else do I need to be aware of here before we get into the direct influences under this full moon? Okay, I'm hearing Luther Vandross. I believe that. Here and Now. I don't think that's the name of the song. It might be. Here and Now, I promise to love faithfully. So there could be like a wedding. I feel like it's like a wedding energy. Someone could be getting married. And or someone's making a commitment to themselves, making a commitment to you. Maybe you now have some sort of resurgence of self-love coming up here. Where looking in the mirror, it's like somebody or maybe a lot of you guys are finally tapping into that relationship that you really build with yourself. I hope that's making sense. I can't stop seeing somebody looking at themselves in the mirror and like finally connecting with what they see. Wow. Into me, I see. Thank you, Spirit. Into me, I see that I am beyond the ordinary. Yeah. Waking the lion. Okay. That's what I mean. Someone is finally connecting with their higher self. Someone is finally connecting with the God, the spirit, the universe within them. Someone is like moving from the 3D to like the 4D. So this could be centered around someone in your life here, collective. It doesn't necessarily have to be you. Yeah, I think that could be for some of you guys here. This is what someone is going through that's connected to your energy. So you might be feeling like the side effects of this kind of rebirth. Oh yeah, cusp of rebirth. It's like finally someone's made it. I just heard, finally I made it. So someone's crossing a threshold here. Where it's like, again, I'm being pulled back to this mirror. Someone looks in the mirror and they don't necessarily just see flesh and bone anymore. They see spirit. So this could even be someone's like spiritual gifts coming online, strengthening, getting stronger, showing up more. It reminds me of the dragon card in the Wild Unknown spirit animal deck, where it's like if you look deep enough into your eyes, you'll see the dragon looking back at you. You'll see spirit looking back at you, the person behind the eyes, the energy behind the eyes. It's like someone's tapping into that level of consciousness or awareness under this full moon. And or for some of you, this does feel like external validation in a way. Like something about you is beyond the ordinary, whether that is somebody says this to you, or you're just taking a good kind of overview, like a bird's eye view of a situation, and you're seeing you in it. Like from the outside looking in, you're seeing yourself in this and like recognizing how extraordinary you are. Or yeah, it's somebody's connecting with divinity. So this would be a lot of crown chakra energy as well. Tell me a little bit more here, Divine. Thank you. Okay, so waking the lion is crucial here. Some of you guys could be Leo. Leo energy could be important here for you. Some of you could be, if you are like just getting into starseed energy or starting to identify as a starseed, or that identification feels right for you, you could be a Lyrian starseed with the feline energy. Hi, Angela. Thanks for being here, love. Shining through. Yeah, okay, definitely. Some of you guys are really starting to see spirit shine through you. This is, yeah. And again, if it's not coming out of the 3D into the 4D, you could just be going up in dimensions, or again, gaining a new sense of spiritual awareness under this full moon, connecting with different light beings, seeing different things. I do get this energy that something, there's the throat chakra, something finally like connects for somebody. It's like either someone finally gets it, gets why their life path has maybe been out of the ordinary or hasn't looked like anyone else's, or they can't necessarily compare their path to other people's, or why there's this desire or this kind of natural will to do things differently, be different in a particular way, take an alternate route, not assimilate to something, not allow whatever the condition is. This feels like breaking away from conditioning. And I mean, not to use cliches over and over again, but it's like someone's daring to be different in a very profound way. For them, profound for them in their path. This is why, yeah, this feels external to you, collective. Now, this could be you, take it how it resonates, but yeah, a higher view. That's what I mean. Someone's getting a bird's eye view of a situation and seeing just how extraordinary they are from that from that perspective. Just kind of like you guys have heard me say, if you've been with me for a while, yeah, quieting the mind. If you've been here with me for a while, it's the energy of no one is fitted for your path. Nobody in this earth currently, walking this earth currently, can walk a day in your shoes. You can't walk a day in anyone else's. The shoes that are fitted to your feet, the path that unfolds beneath your feet is for you and you alone. Will you encounter people on that path? Absolutely. But they're still walking their own path. And I think it's like that level of somebody here was maybe trying to force their path to be like someone else's, force themselves into something that, again, just wasn't maybe in alignment. Or again, I keep hearing they get it. It's like someone finally gets that it's not going to be, and this can just be a collective awakening where it's like, how could I say it? It's kind of like coming out of like a movie, right? Like, yes, life is a movie. You can be the producer of your own life, but it's a movie that hasn't been written yet. It's a movie that has not ever been played ever. That's so it's something like where someone was trying to fit into a mold. Yeah, I said that word, didn't I? Mold. Someone has been trying to fit themselves into a mold that they are not meant to fit in. And or some of you guys are going to have a big revelation around the pond or the pool that you've been in is too small for you. A lot of you guys are going to awaken to the fact that you're a big fish in a little pond. Okay? And it's time to get out into a lake. It's time to get out into the ocean. Some of you, this is a moment of recognizing that you've outgrown something. You've outgrown something. And the quieting the mind. Oh, that tucked itself right back in. Yeah, healing the heart. The quieting the mind and healing the heart. This could have been a season of grief for some of you guys out there. This could have been like a situation or a cycle where it was just one thing after another. Hit after hit after hit after hit after punch after punch after punch after punch. Barely being able to really catch your breath. Barely being able to kind of be above water. The feelings, the emotions of it all. Definitely dealing with some heart pain or some damage in the heart. And the heart chakra. Where it's like after all that mud and that murk and that shadow, here comes the light. The light is starting to shine through. Someone's heart is opening up or awakening here. Someone is maybe starting to feel their heart chakra for the first time. Meditation could have been a really big key here for some of you guys, and or meditating under this full moon will be very, very important. So that you can access this higher view, especially if there are some irritation, maybe. Like some of you guys might have been very irritated at the people around you and or in a particular situation you find yourself in. Frustration might be a better word. Oh, and for some of you, it's not getting too swept up in the details of the now. And understanding that you're more than just this moment of frustration. You're more than just this valley of shadow. You're more than just this cycle that you've been on. You're beyond it. You're bigger than it. And that's like a viewpoint that is going to be very important to hold on to. I do think if you guys have been manifesting some heart healing, that is coming through during this full moon. Something definitely unlocks. So it would be the solar plexus that would need to be strong in order for the heart to have support, to open, to receive, to give. I also just heard listen to your heart. I don't know who sings that song. I'm sorry, I'm getting a lot of music here. Maybe music is important here for you, or you get a lot of messages through music. But it's listen to your heart when it's calling for you. I don't know where you're going and I don't know why, but listen to your heart before you say goodbye. Or you tell them goodbye. That could be what someone has to say. Someone might be brave enough. Yeah, this could be a number of things. Maybe you're finally moving out of a town you've lived in all your life, or again, finally feeling like the time is right for you to move into the next phase, the next step, or to take a leap here towards something. Yeah, I get that a situation has served its purpose. Whether this is a relationship, whether this is an environment, a workplace, whatever it is, something has served its purpose. And that purpose was to heal the heart and to wake the lion so that divine light can shine through. Purpose was also to help you gain the skills of quieting your mind so that you can see a higher view. And from that higher view, you see the larger you, the soul of you, the spirit of you, which is larger than the body. And recognizing that, again, you're beyond ordinary. That's what I mean. Someone's like finally tapping into their higher mind, their higher self, their higher body, higher frequency, higher energy. Yeah, it's like someone's like entering spiritualism for the first time for some of you guys. And or getting back to it, bearing fruit. This is something that either you have been praying. Yeah, I get that. For some of you, not all of you. Someone has been praying for this healing for another person. Whether this is like your spouse, whether this is a sibling, whether this is a child, whether this is a mother, father, family, friend. Whatever those prayers were, whatever the manifestation, whatever the energy, healing energy put towards it, or the petition towards the divine to assist this person, it's like it's happening now, or this person is taking the assistance. They took the higher view. They hopped on the back of that owl and said, okay, let me see what this is all about. And they're starting to bear fruit. Something is starting to get fruitful, expand, and multiply. Which then confirms, yeah, this feels like skeptical energy. Like someone was very skeptical around spiritualism, whether there was a God, was a universe, whatever, you know what I mean? Is there a bigger, higher power? And someone's getting that answer quite strongly through their spirit or through a spiritual encounter, which then maybe, and I kind of get that this has already happened for a lot of you guys, whoever this is connected to. But it's kind of like, okay, you have that experience and then you go through the journey of just kind of learning more and learning more and learning more. And you kind of lose that identity of who you thought you were. And then you're building this new sense of self. That's that part I think a lot of you are at, building that new sense of self. But under this full moon, it feels like it clicks. Like you finally see yourself spiritually rather than just, again, for flesh and bone. And maybe that's a boost in confidence. Maybe there has been a bit of skepticism on your spiritual journey thus far, and it's just kind of like, is this really real? Is this really right? And someone gets confirmation that it's like, yeah, this is beyond real. Yeah. Okay. Let's get the direct influences. Thank you so much, Divine, for giving us a little overview of what's going on here in the energy. How is this full moon in Pisces and Aries connecting with the collective chakra system, bearing fruit and sacred reverence? Yeah, that's what I mean. Someone is gaining a more sacred reverence for their own spirit, their own life, their body, their mind, their heart, their soul, their holistic self. Yeah, it's like something finally sunk in, or something has finally manifested materially. This gives like someone was trying to test a theory, or like, I'll give this whole spiritualism thing a try, and I, with this goal in mind, and it's like someone's reaching that goal or has received that goal, and it, I don't really want to say the word humbles them, because I don't think the intention was to be haughty or to be arrogant in that way. I just think this is somebody who had just like a lot of doubt about God, about the universe, about spirit, just that whole thing, and why they were here. Are they really a spirit? What's the whole point? Da 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 da. So someone's having that type of moment. Yeah. Which could have been a deeper energy of resentment towards the divine for maybe things that had happened. Yeah, it gives me like, oh, if there's a God, why is there evil in the world and pain, and why do people suffer? It's that type of skepticism energy, that either there were still some remnants in you here that you're kind of moving out of, or this is someone just, again, brand spanking new to this type of awareness, and realizing that they had a lot to let go in the heart. A lot of the things, a lot of the pain they were harboring in the heart, they were directing towards the divine, which is really probably just a fear of feeling, right? Someone has definitely been doing a lot of forgiveness work as well. If you have been, if that's been you, if you know you've had a lot of resentment in the heart and you've been praying for the ability or the strength to forgive someone. And again, forgiveness is just acceptance. It's not letting anybody off the hook. It's not acting as if it didn't happen. It's just accepting that it did. That could be really it. Someone might have been in denial about some very painful things in their life that have occurred, and having a very closed heart towards God, towards the divine. So then, with all of that said, this feels like someone finally letting it go, opening their heart up, surrendering, and then just like, again, fruit just comes out of nowhere, bearing a whole bunch of fruit. Where they might have been very barren, or things were maybe not moving as quickly or happening as fast or going right or going well. It's like something finally gets the ball rolling here. This is a very interesting energy under this full moon. Very interesting energy. Okay, let's finally get some direct connections to the full moon for the collective chakra system, please. What is going on? All right. The land between and great big love. Ooh, excuse me. Great big love is what's going on. The land in between, that's what I mean. Someone's been in between dimensions and or coming out of that very dense 3D type of perspective of life, of the world, of people, and crossing that bridge over into 4D energy, 5D energy, 6D. There are many, many dimensions, okay? 5D is not the highest. But nonetheless, wherever you know you are, or again, if you're new, it's like, welcome to the higher realms. Welcome to what lies beyond the veil, right? Welcome to life outside of the dome. That type of energy. And realizing that there is nothing to fear about it. It's just great big love. It's just great big love. It's a lot of love. Yeah, this is definitely a heart chakra awakening collectively. I wouldn't be surprised if there's like a lot of media around people making amends, things finally getting solved or resolved, or resolutions, or just kind of like, finally, after all these years of being at odds, that type of thing. Now everyone's like on the same page. This could even just be in your micro life. Yeah, let it go. This could also be something transitioning in your life here. I get, though, for a lot of you, it's like within a relationship. Can be platonic, but within a relationship nonetheless. Yeah, body and soul again at the bottom. Okay. I do want to read these from the book this time, just because this energy is, y'all, look at that. Opened right to it. Okay, I know that's right. Again, for my number people, we got 40 breaking down into a 4, 26 breaking down into an 8, 24 breaking down into a 6, and the number 5. Okay, so any of those numbers might mean something to you, excuse me. Then we have the third eye, we have the heart here, and the root for chakras. Okay, let's listen or read into the land between. Key concepts are being between worlds, learning to be okay while at the threshold of what was and what will be, a time of waiting and evolving, gray areas, something essential yet still in development, metamorphosis. Yeah, that's spot on with what we were feeling here. So this says that you are in a process of change. You know that you were called to it and can no longer be who you were, but you aren't sure what the next experience of your life will be. You are in between what was and what could be, and a pupal state, like during the metamorphosis of a caterpillar into a butterfly. Ooh, we did get butterfly energy in the Libra reading, the Libra season reading. So if you haven't watched that, make sure you go check that out. I did that earlier this week. Happy birthday again to all the Libra babies out there. But however, you can't just skip the messy parts. You have to endure the unknown and uncomfortable as you reinvent yourself. The thing is, you are not quite there yet. You have one foot in the past, even if you're ready to shed that version of yourself and become something new. You must start redefining who you are in the context of your question. What do you believe is possible when you get to the next place? Can you explore this stage of your evolution to get to know yourself better? The process in between worlds is where things get really interesting. You learn how to manage your fear, how to stay present in the now, how to see in the dark. You absorb the lessons offered to you with grace because you can't go any faster. This is a real test of emotional fortitude, patience, trust, and humility. Once you have made this no man's land your home, it will be part of you. Then, whatever was set in motion comes to life. This is what you've been waiting for. When you look back, you will grow to the love. When you look back, you will grow to love the place in between, for that is where you were reborn. What did we say? This is the full moon on the cusp of rebirth. Welcome to your rebirth here, collective. That is beautiful, beautiful energy here. Let's look at 26. All right, we've got great big love. The key concepts being love without conditions, romantic love, and how that experience changes you. Deep and profound, harmonious connections and soulmates. Ooh. Love heals all wounds, begins all life. It sustains you when you are starving for grace, when you stumble and fall, and when you lose sight of your purpose and fall prey to the limited perspective of the ego. There's that higher view. Now is the time to fall in love and call in the awareness of the great big love that made you, which is ever pulsing through your veins. There's a heightened sense of awareness in the beginning stages of a relationship when nothing else matters but who is in front of you. You see them, you see yourself in them, and you move in sync with the cadence of your hearts. You surrender to the magic you share and engage in a harmonious dance that is seamless in its movements, rising and falling with each moment and each breath. Although this card may portend such an intimate connection, you don't have to wait for a partner to experience it. You are being invited now to explore love in all its beauty. Can you love without conditions, without needing things to be perfect? Do you love your life, what you do, and how you contribute to the world? Today, invite love with a capital L into your inquiry. You will be amazed, and your very question may be changed as a result. Love is the strength you need today, the lens you must look through to find the truth and your way. Love is the only way, and the only answer. So clearly, some of you guys showed up to this read with a particular question in mind. All right, so that could definitely be indication that through this reading, you are going to gain some clarity or some answers here. Let's look at, hi, Jalea. Thanks for being here. Happy super moon to you too. Oh no, your throat started acting up an hour ago, Mise Meep. That's funny. Yeah, make sure you drink some tea if you like it, or something warm, okay? And definitely wear the color blue a little bit more, or incorporate blue into something on your body. Okay, sorry. Hey, y'all. Let's get into Let It Go. So the key concepts here are forgiveness, healing resentments, shedding the role of the eternal martyr. Ooh. Letting go of victimhood, cutting the ties that bind you to a destructive story, releasing pain so you can move into the lesson it offers, relinquishing the need to be right. There are times in life when you must forgive, lest you become a hostage to your anger, frustration, disappointments, and resentments. This is not about condoning bad behavior or minimizing a hurt done to you. Forgiveness is simply a commitment to stop telling an old story so you don't carry its burden anymore. If you don't forgive, old hurts fester and become distorted, causing you pain over and over and over again. You become trapped in a prison of your own making, tied to the story that you were a victim. It's time to cut the invisible cords attaching you to the situation and prevent you from moving forward. And preventing you from moving forward. The truth is, you are victimizing yourself every time you recreate the unresolved hurt in your mind or speak of it with friends. Rather than allow this folly to repeat, surrender the situation to your higher power. That's the statement right there. That's big for someone. Now is the time for radical forgiveness. Say no to drama in all forms and forgive yourself and others for engaging in it. Consider the ancient Hawaiian practice known as ho'oponopono. The simple prayer is a beautiful way to begin the process of forgiveness. That prayer states, I'm sorry, forgive me, thank you, I love you. It's based on the idea that we are all responsible for the reality we see in the world. If something is awry, whether it's your perception, your emotional reactions, your judgment, and so forth, it's up to you to clean it up. Forgiveness is the key to a liberated and meaningful life. No matter what method you choose, just do it. Spot on. Spot on. Okay, so that's beautiful though. Especially under a full moon here, collective. That is alignment. Especially with this rebirth energy. The great big love that you all hold deep within your soul, deep within your spirit, all up in your heart, is ready to come out. Is ready to be shared, is ready to be expressed, is ready to be given, is ready to be received. In order to do that, you gotta untie that heart. You gotta take that one foot out of the past, stand in the present moment, and continue to be present so that your future remains in alignment with that present energy that you're in. So there's a lot of, again, I can't get a word away from the word manifestation. This does feel like an answered prayer or something that has been attempted to be manifested. Yeah, some of you guys are really anxious to get into a new cycle, a new part of life, or a new chapter here. Yeah, it's kind of, I'm seeing someone like watch TV and it's like, I'm bored with this channel. I'm going to move to the next one. It's like someone's wanting the remote control. And it's almost like spirit's taking that remote control and it's like, no, you're going to watch all the commercials. You're going to wait until the program is over and then we'll move on to something else. So this could be a bout of impatience. Oh, yeah. With the Aries connected to this moon. Be mindful of that if that kind of shows up for you over the next 2 weeks. If you find yourself to lack patience, or have a desire to kind of force things forward or really deep in your Mars energy, check your Mars placement. Pay attention to whatever energy that is, because it's something I think that you want to find balance around. They're showing me quieting the mind. It's whatever moment is bringing that energy out of you, that war type of energy, are moments that you need to slow down in. And really pay attention and see it from a higher view as to why that emotion is there. What is that emotion really telling you, right? Because the emotion is never really the truth. It's the awareness of it and the awareness under it. Some of you, this is also about building an identity without a chip on your shoulder. And we all got one. We've all had multiple from time to time, but it does feel like there is a chip that has been on someone's shoulder that needs to just be like kicked off, flicked off now. Yeah, let it go. Because I think keeping that chip on the shoulder is keeping someone from actually receiving or acting in or surrendering to this great big love. So this great big love is something that someone has been trying to manifest, but yet the door isn't open within oneself to receive it. So it's almost like Spirit saying, pay attention to where you might be working against yourself. Yeah, that's kind of a Piscean energy too. Okay. Let's look at body and soul, because I almost said no, but since it's peeking out here. Yeah. All right. Body and soul, energy of the number 5, root chakra energy. Okay. Key concepts, taking care of yourself, seeing yourself as a complete package, body not separate from the soul, centered in your sense of self, comfortable in your body, your authentic identity, and physical health. Extreme self-care is called for when you receive this card. Answer truthfully, are you taking care of yourself? Your first choice may be to care for others before meeting your own needs. Check in with yourself. Are you experiencing HALT? It's an acronym for hunger, anger, loneliness, or tiredness. This card is a signal that it's time to take a break from your current focus and get busy taking care of you, because you are worthy of this care. What simple things require your attention so you can function optimally in your world and live your best life, one day at a time? Another message is that this card is about how you live with authenticity. Can you be at ease within yourself? You doing you with pride and self-worth. Remember, you are a soul that manifests through a body, the light shining through. Okay, a spiritual being having an human experience. And that means you are here on purpose, even if there are days when you wonder about that. There is intentionality in your being here now, just the way you are, in this time in our collective story. You being here is important, for you are a precious being with a purpose, even if it seems elusive some days. Just know that life loves you. With that in mind, your job is to do your part to make your experience a healthy one. How you nourish your body, mind, and soul is directly related to how you experience your life. It's time to put yourself first, then everything will fall beautifully into place. Yeah. So that letting go, that action of forgiveness is self-care. Right? I'm sure you guys have heard it. That, oh, forgiving someone isn't about that person. It's about for you and you being free, freeing yourself from whatever has occurred. That's what this looks like. And I think a lot of you can sit here and maybe listen and go, oh yeah, I've let go of everything. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. With this Pisces Aries moon, this Pisces Aries full moon is going to pull out everything we think we're good with, everything that we thought we got over, and all the things we've been ignoring up to the surface. Face it. Face it head on like a ram would, that Aries energy. But it's like the Pisces vibe bringing up the karma. So then Aries energy, you can just bulldoze right through it. Okay? Because I feel like this is the goal. The great big love is the goal. That's the end goal. That's the ideal. That's the marker. This could also be, again, if you have not watched the Libra season energy reading, make sure you go do that, because I mentioned something about a vision board of someone's. I was getting a very clear picture of someone's vision board that had a lot of gold on it. But then I thought too, well, maybe Spirit's saying goal, G-O-A-L. Something about that goal is connected to this great big love. Yeah, let's get into it. Thank you so much, Divine. What can you tell the collective here about the land between great big love and letting it go? What does the collective need to know about the land between great big love and letting it go under this Pisces Aries full moon? Land in between, you've got the Knight of Wands. That's what I'm saying. Some of you guys are trying to rush. Some of you guys are trying to rush your way through some sort of healing that's occurring, or some sort of situation that is set up to heal you or to open you here. Tell me more about the Knight of Wands with the land between. Knight of Swords. Okay. Some of you guys could have a south node in Aries and a north node in Libra. Why are two knights here for the land between? Ooh. Four of Swords. Yeah. Again, somebody here trying to rush a healing process, or rush out of a situation that is set up to heal or awaken you. It's that getting comfortable with being uncomfortable. Now, yes, everything comes with balance, right? If it's something that is completely unbearable, doing damage or harm to you, please find your way out of it as safely and as quickly as possible. But if when you look into that higher view and you can see where maybe, I don't know, collective, where maybe a lot of what you're experiencing in the situation is a reflection of your own healing that needs to be done. Okay? Yeah, you got Seven of Pentacles. We'll look at this, but I won't leave it out. You've got the Seven of Pentacles. Reflection. It's like a Mercury retrograde energy for me, where it's like, let's reinvent how we think, how we connect, how we network, how we communicate. Let's see what's working, what's not. Let's prune our gardens so that the new harvest can be greater, bigger, larger. Someone is about to inherit a great big love as a harvest. All right, we've got the World, the Hermit, the Chariot, and the Four of Cups. This is that forgiveness energy, the Four of Cups. And I know it's not traditionally about that, but that's what this feels like. This is tapping into the great big love. This is seeing beyond the veil, going beyond the 3D, the 3 cups, headed into the 4D. The realm that's internal. and let me say internally experienced. Moving quite quickly into that pathway. The Hermit energy has been coming out lately in like recent reads and private reads that I've done as like kind of like a portal in a way. Like the Hermit quite literally going into a cave that has a secret door and then like a secret lair type of vibe. Okay, so children could have something to do with this, or again, there's some sort of they want me to say solo awareness, but how do I translate that into what I'm actually trying to say? Like this shift, this transformation, this letting go isn't going to shift the people around you. It's going to shift you. Some of you might be dealing with a frustrating situation and have to look in the mirror and say, maybe it's not the situation. Maybe it's how you're perceiving it. Maybe it's how you're stepping into it. Maybe it's how you're approaching it. I also get a lot of gratitude here with the Four of Cups. Seemingly, I'm grateful for these 3 cups. They've taught me a lot. And in that gratitude, I'm ready for my next cup, next option, next cycle, next thing. Yeah, because whatever these 3 cups represent is coming to an end. The world, again, 3D energy. 10th house, Capricorn. Can also be Saturn. Saturn is helping a lot of the collective enter the Four of Cups so that they can get into the Chariot and do some personal healing. Whether you've been on this journey for a while, whether you're new, I feel like everybody's in this boat. Because there could be a very big world shift coming. Not to get into that type of energy, but I just heard expect the unexpected, but expect a victory. Expect it to be good. It's not anything negative or anything bad. 6 of Wands at the bottom of the deck. It's not anything bad. It's the Star and the 6 of Pentacles. Yeah, it's people receiving justice. Justice being served. Again, we're in Libra season. Very on theme. Very on brand for Libra season, right? You've got the Star and the 6 of Pentacles. Quite literally the letting go so that things can actually be balanced. Some of you have been waiting for something externally again to shift in order for you to feel different, where it starts within you. And I know we don't like to hear that. We really don't. Right? Because it's like, no, I'm doing all the work. I know that I'm in the 7 of Pentacles, right? It's realizing that, yeah, you're in the 7 of Pentacles, which is not a bad place. Let me throw that out there. You guys have come a long way. This is just a moment of rest, a moment of rethinking, recalibrating, refiguring out who you are so that the 8, 9, and 10 of Pentacles can be worth your while. But some of you are waiting for that 8 of Pentacles. Oh, that's it. Some of you are waiting for that 8 of Pentacles. Like, I just want that one thing I need to focus on, or I just need to know what I need to shift, what I need to change, what needs to happen so I can get there, get to that 10. Others of you, this is more of like a passion led. I'm seeing the Knight of Cups. Like you might be someone who has to feel inspired before you can take that next step, or before, yeah, very Capricorn energy, before you can feel good about where you're headed or what you've done or how far you've come. Some of you definitely need to give yourselves a little bit more credit around how much you've already shifted. Yeah, how much you've already shifted. You've got 2 7s for the great big love. So Libra energy, the 7th house, partnership. Some of you have to accept that partnership is on your next cycle. I feel like I'm talking to a group of you guys where you're like, nope, don't need nobody, single forever, don't even want to do it. Bad all by myself. right? And I get that. I hear you. I feel you deeply. But you are operating out of a bit of deception. And I have to say it that bluntly to you, for those of you that have been in that, because you're expressing that, but that's not the truth. It's almost kind of like you saying, and again, take this with a grain of salt, but it's almost like saying you're absolutely okay with just this one palm tree. This one palm tree, right? These 7, we'll call them coconuts, little circles. Like, I'm good. I just need 7 coconuts for the rest of my life and I'm fine. Absolutely not. No, you don't. No, you don't. So that's what I feel like, the chip on the shoulder, the ego, the facade, the mask, the identity that was so, I can do battle by myself. I don't need nobody. Excuse my French, but fuck everybody else. Like that type of angst. So some of you might be beyond healing your inner child. It's like you might be starting the cycle of like healing your inner teenager. For some of y'all, not all of y'all, but either way, you could say that to yourself all you want, but you're not fooling spirit. Spirit knows you want this great big love. Spirit knows that you are not okay being alone, hermit energy. Okay? But it's time to acknowledge the sword behind your back. It's time for you to acknowledge the sword behind your back, the truth that you're hiding from yourself. Yeah, look, 8 of Swords. I just heard, no, I won't. So you just started playing Peter Pan. I won't grow up. I don't know the name of that song, but yeah, some of you might be or maybe have dealt with Peter Pan syndrome here, or you're dealing with someone or connected to someone who just refuses to grow up. And again, growing up is not about losing your inner child. It's about accepting responsibility for yourself. You can still be a child at heart, but you got to be responsible around yourself, around your well-being, around you. Interestingly enough, this 8 of Swords is coming off like accountability. It's in the actions of the 7 of Swords that creates the 8 of Swords. Lying about the sword behind the back, or again, hiding the truth from yourself, not willing to recognize what you truly feel, not wanting to acknowledge it, carrying the chip on the shoulder. 8 of Swords. That's the 1 foot in the past. It's almost like an alter ego type of thing. Like someone doesn't want to let their alter ego or their persona go. When they've outgrown it, let's bring it back to like no one can be in your shoes. It's kind of like the shoes are too small. Like think of a grown adult trying to put kid shoes on. Like you know that shoe doesn't fit anymore, but you're still trying to force your foot in it. This is also giving me, you probably saw this coming if you're highly into your intuition or on this vibe, kind of like a Cinderella type of thing. The shoe only fits one. But everybody has their one shoe. Like everybody has their thing. So again, take it how it resonates, y'all. Okay. Yeah. 2 of Swords. Look at all this air energy. Letting go the indecisiveness. 9 of Swords. The Hanged Woman. Yeah, there's Pisces. The land in between the 2 of Swords. boils down to a simple choice to let go of the chip on the shoulder, to let go of the persona, let go of the mask, let go of who you thought you needed to be, had to be, were, are, and let that definition expand itself. The shoes are too small. The pond is too small. Some of you, again, it's seeing yourself waking the lion. Lions are huge, right? Their heads alone, gargantuan. It's like you don't even realize how big you are. Like, and not even again in your stature, but in your energy, in your frequency, in your purpose. But it's the fact that you're holding on to the past that's making it difficult to step into the new, the present, or the future. Or to activate the future by being in the present. It's like some of y'all gotta definitely make sure, there's the Hermit again, you gotta get into the present moment. The ball is in your court. The Hermit, you're facing the portal door. Like I said, someone's trying to or about to cross a threshold where something that could have felt plaguing, like an energy, an emotion, a situation, a relationship, a thought, whatever, has been plaguing someone or something here. Because this could definitely be on like a macro level for everybody, but facing the door. What do you decide? 2 of Swords, 9 of Swords, right? It's like, are you going to walk through it? Are you going to crack the door open? Are you going to take a peek? Now, what I will say, and I don't talk about this lightly, and I don't say this just to say this. For some of you, there could be someone quite literally having a rebirth in the sense of leaving this dimension and going to another one, transitioning. Others of you, this is just a reflection of the transformation process that you're holding up. Okay? Others of you, in this hanging upside down, you actually no longer fear transition, change, death, rebirth, endings, so new beginnings can come. It's like you finally see why death is present. That's what I was kind of getting at in the pre-shuffle. Like the thought of, well, if there is a God, if there is a higher power, why are there so many bad things in the world? Why do bad things happen to good people? And da-da-da-da-da-da-da, right? Seeing it from another way around, it's looking at death as very different. I think, again, there's layers to that. There's a lot of depth that you can go into around that, and I'll leave that journey for you guys. Clearly with the Hermit, someone needs to go deeper into the depth of what they're feeling right now, what they're sensing, what they're experiencing. This could also be something that occurred last season. So within the last month, you could have been feeling this tug of war, I should say, or could say, between the past and the present. A lot stronger, a lot deeper than maybe in the past or maybe ever before. And not really sure what to do. Something definitely has been keeping you up at night or weighs heavy on the mind. And it's time to get to the root of it or get beneath it. You do have progression though, and I feel really called to mention that. The 7 of Swords, the 8 of Swords, and to the 9 of Swords. Then you have the 2 and the 4. There will be some truth or truths that come out, maybe about you, about the people around you. Truths that have maybe been out, but that you haven't been able to accept or forgive something about that. This could definitely be, again, a culmination. So lies from the past coming back up for you to get to the root of or the bottom of. What's the energy between the land between and a big heart, or a great big love, excuse me? Six of Wands and the Five of Swords. Yeah. And now you almost have the entire sword suit out here. The Three of Swords. I don't think I've seen this card often in this deck when we use this deck for this series. This is what you're overcoming. We're in Libra season. That Venetian energy is really coming in strong for the entire collective, and it starts with this full moon. For us to continue, because I almost wanted to say finally let go of, but I think letting go is a ongoing process. It's layered. And then once you kind of peel off that last layer, it's like, okay, you've completely done it. And then you got to start peeling off the layers of another wound, another scab. But nonetheless, it's like some of you are finally getting to that last layer, that land in between. You're almost there. And once you take that last sword out, you get the Six of Wands. You're conquering the Five of Swords. Again, some sort of lie or some sort of deception. And how you do that, for those of you where maybe you're still in the Three of Swords, but you want to get out of it, is through the Queen of Cups energy, which is taking care of your emotions, honoring what you feel, creating space for you to feel safely, authentically, doing the things that feed your soul, regardless of anyone else's opinion or thoughts, right? And again, as long as it's healthy for you. You got the Magician. Yeah, it's just peeling off another layer. Tell me about this great big love and letting it go. I'm trying to tell y'all, something's trying to end here. Right. They want me to put this here and the Magician here. I just heard someone has a hold on me. Or something has a hold on me. Whatever has had a hold on you, and it does feel emotional. Mind, I almost said mind, body, and soul, but body and soul specifically, right? Whatever that manipulation is, it's coming to an end. For some of you guys, others of you, it's realizing the power that lies within you. Stepping into your power, your sovereignty, your spirit. Feeling a bit more one. With the Most High, with the universe. Yeah, Eight of Pentacles, that's what I'm trying to say. That's where you guys are trying to get. You got Judgment, the High Priestess, Ace of Cups, Two of Cups. Maybe some of you are realizing that this might be real personal for somebody, but I'm just going to say it gently. That no one has ever truly doubted you. It's you doubting yourself. Again, the chip on the shoulder wasn't placed there by anybody else. It was placed there by you. You created that chip and placed it on your shoulder. Where the narrative, the story might have been someone placed that chip there. So accountability is huge under this full moon. And there's the Six of Pentacles again. Two of Cups, Ace of Cups, the High Priestess. is beautiful energy. And judgment with the Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, some of you guys are coming out of a cycle of judgment, whether this was self-judgment, feeling judged by others, again, internally or externally, and finally gaining that inspiration. That's what I meant. Yeah, some of you guys with that Seven of Pentacles, it's like you're waiting on that call, that judgment call, that green light to move into something, start something, do something, or start putting energy towards something, or fine-tuning something that you've already been doing, taking something to the next level. It could be a relationship. And I think that door has always been open to do so. So someone might be tapping into, oh, it's really been me getting in the way of that next step. I also feel like if this is a relationship, someone felt like they had to be for sure, like, I need solid evidence and solid proof that this is actually going to work. Yeah, someone had a very like earthy Capricorn type of vibe, very business like I need to make sure the investment is going to make a return, and you know what I mean? Which is it's fair. It's a fair way to kind of look at relationships, because it's quite literally what it is. But that could be it too. Someone's been maybe caught in the mechanical parts of a relationship rather than balance, well, completely engulfed in that, and not balancing it out with what's felt. So I feel like I'm talking to some of you guys where your mind kind of gets the best of you here. You start thinking one thing and it kind of snowballs. You go from the Two of Swords to the Four of Swords to the 5 to the 8 to the 9, and maybe back on through. Yeah, Princess of Cups. Offer yourself some compassion. Be gentle with you. Honor what you feel, quite literally. Value what you feel. Maybe even the days of thinking that you're alone are done too, or that you're in some sort of journey alone. Although, yes, your path is uniquely yours. Like I said, you will cross paths with people. All of our paths are connected in one way or another to a certain degree. This also could be somebody manifesting a strong connection here. I do get that with the World and the Magician. And maybe doing so and not knowing how powerful they actually are, or how great of a manifester they actually are, which then awakens you into this whole new understanding and awareness of, again, what it means to be a spirit having a human experience. I almost wanted to say, despite all odds, the 5 of Swords. So there could have been a lot of doubt. Yeah, I just get a lot of doubt. Doubt in someone's ability, doubt in someone's strength, doubt in someone's sovereignty or internal power, spiritual power, whatever. Yeah, I kind of like in a childish way, I kind of feel like someone having to deal with a lot of naysayers saying that they're not influential or they're not of value or they're not capable of something, or again, just having a lot of like, yeah, 5 of Swords, people just taking stabs and jabs and shots, and then someone's like activates the magician in them, makes something levitate. Not literally, I mean maybe literally, but do you know what I mean? Like pulls off a magic trick that's super intense and insane, and it proves a point. Yeah, okay. So I just heard it's so interesting. I heard Spider-Man, but then I was seeing Superman. So again, Marvel, DC universe, like that whole realm of reality could mean something to somebody here. But again, it's like realizing or finding out who Superman actually is, like meeting Clark Kent. And it's like, look what I can do. That type of thing with the magician in the world. Okay, very interesting. Very interesting. Okay, another note here. Somebody is like back to that whole, like, why do I feel like I stand out? Why? And to me, I see seeing yourself for who you really are, or your real purpose, and that whole thing that came out during like the pre-shuffle there. How can I say this, Spirit? A lot of feeling. It's a lot of feeling under this full moon that sometimes you just can't put words to. It's just better if it's felt. I wanted to say that to say whatever's been your understanding of self, your perception of self, again, that is going to change drastically. But what's more important, or the most important, is that you believe in that magician energy. You believe you are the magician, you know, or you stand in that. And maybe detaching a bit from the environment. And again, with the death and the hangman, it's like seeing something as transitory, like you're just stopping by, you're just moving through. It's not permanent, it's not definite, you're not stuck. I guess that would be the best way to say it. And that discomfort that you feel is because, yes, you are a big fish in a small pond. And it's time for you to get out into the lakes and the rivers that you're used to, the oceans that you know, okay? And that quite literally takes you. It's like you have to take a step to realize that. And I get someone going back and forth. Yeah, death. I get someone going back and forth on whether or not they're ready to take that leap, take that step, make that move, really ready to step into that sense of identity or power, or just maybe there's a fear here lurking that something comes with this. And maybe that's what this is for some of y'all. Something comes with this newness, this great big love that would require you to maybe leave a very familiar part of yourself or part of your existence, part of your reality behind, or to let something go. Something that maybe many people would love to have. So again, it's looking at yourself from a higher point of view. From outside looking in, you look a lot different or more well off, or again, people might even dream of being where you are in life, but it's something more that calls you, or it's still too small of a dream, so maybe even dream bigger, aim higher type of vibe here. So anything that was stopping you or preventing you in the mind to think bigger or to go for something or feel worthy or deserving of something, that's what's ending here. And now you're stepping into that magician energy, which is then shedding that past version of you. Okay. All right. Let's go ahead and get into your moon mantras. Oi. Now, is this okay? Let's get into your moon mantras. Some of you do have a very important decision to make, and it feels like if you make the decision under this full moon, that door or that next thing opens up quickly. Knight of Wands, Knight of Swords. It all can be within like a matter of seconds, a matter of days or weeks. I'm also getting like some of you guys might be like fed up with a job, let's just say, as an example. And the fear or the thought that, oh, it's going to take forever to find a new job is what's actually keeping you from finding a new job. And the moment that you say, no, I can go for this next role, or I can go apply for that, or no, I'm qualified for this and qualified for that. I'm worthy of that next level. You step into that energy, you maybe send something out there, whatever, put your resume out, and you manifest an entire new life within weeks. Like within weeks, you're in a whole new city, whole new state, whole new job. Like, you know what I mean? Got a brand new car, whatever. Whatever this is for you, it's like it can happen within a blink of an eye. It's just your willingness to allow it to. 8 of Swords. All right, y'all, let's see. Let's see, what are the moon mantras that will support the collective here under this full moon in Pisces, Aries? Tending to the flickering flames in my belly takes patience, devotion, and above all, a willingness to show up. Courage, faith, optimism, and hope pave the way to constant unfolding and becoming of who I am. That feels fiery. That feels like waking the lion, okay? Practicing gratitude acknowledges my efforts. It assists me to revise and adjust my approach. This helps me to clearly understand boundaries and banish that which is no longer welcome. I loosen my grip, allowing relief to wash over me, recognizing that the harder I hold on to something, the more I stifle and imprison myself. I surrender, trust, and allow the gentle healing waters to cleanse and purify my weary soul. So all those weary parts of the soul here, finally finding peace, finally finding rest, finally finding forgiveness and acceptance, death, finally meeting its end, transforming. You truly have transformed mind, body, and soul, collective. Congratulations on that. I do feel like there's upgrades in the body and the soul. Okay? Yeah, I think that's where we'll end, all right? Happy full moon again. Now, hold on. I just took a look at the bottom of the deck. Here goes that mirror. Noticing how others mirror their disappointment to me is a powerful reminder of the love and compassion I am worthy of receiving. This permits me to reflect on my limits, boundaries, and capabilities, thus allowing me to gently adjust how I support, nurture, and advocate for myself. Yeah, this is big. Yeah. Let's get one more. Thank you. My sovereignty shines brightest when I stand firmly in the present moment. Unwilling to sacrifice my heart any longer, I surrender, allowing the unaligned to gently fall away, making space for my destiny to meet me on the other side. Yeah. It's getting to the other side. This is this last push for everyone to get to that other side, whatever that is for you. And in order to do that, it feels like under this full moon, we're all making space in the mind. Making the space to envision it, to see what isn't quite there yet, to believe in what's possible, what can be manifested, the magician, and to let go and loosen the grip on what we already manifested and experienced, right? It's like it's time to get into a new story. A new story. All right, collective. Again, I hope that this chakra tune-in reading was helpful. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. I thank you guys so much for being here and joining me. Happy full moon again to you all. Let me know what resonated from this reading with you, what you've been feeling under this full moon in the comments down below. I'd love to hear that from you guys. And make sure you guys hit that subscribe button so that you can tune in to my next live tarot readings, which I will have out soon. All right. I'll see you all in our next one. Thank you again, Solar Moon Vision, Nise Meep, Angela, and Jalila for being here. I appreciate you guys in the chat, and thank you to everybody else who tuned in here live. Namaste.